Check out my Michigan rappers King Sound and G Mac Cash. Just dropped a new hip hop single. The Butchers is out on all digital platforms. Make sure you tune in and check them out. The Butchers by King Sound and G Mac Cash. Links in the description. Make sure you check it out. YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple, regular YouTube. So make sure you go support these brothers, man. And peace. All right, man. Let's talk about Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Doctor Doom. You know, I think the main rival of the Fantastic Four. Was shocking, but kind of made a lot of sense when you think about it. If you see Deadpool and Wolverine, where in the past you've had at least one actor I can think of, Chris Evans, who was Johnny from the Fantastic Four, Flame On, and you know he turned in to be Captain America, but and they used that in Deadpool with the multiverse, which DC kind of did the multiverse thing with the Flashpoint, and Marvel been on that kind of road right now as well too, and then also in the Spider Universe, which that's still kind of Sony's thing, but you know Spider-Man is Marvel, so it's kind of a joint rights thing. So, but yeah, they did that in the last Spider-Man movie with Tom Hardy, not Tom Hardy, but I forget the kid's name. Good Spider-Man too. So, but nonetheless, it's kind of getting kind of tiring. A lot of people thought it was rumors they may cut it out because of Jonathan Majors and Kang the Conqueror. But now it can get interesting because you look at Deadpool, they brought Chris Evans back. He thought he was going to be, you know, Winter Soldier, and he was Johnny Flame. And that kind of shocked a lot of people. Had Blade, and now if you imagine, you know, them seeing, you know, from another universe, them seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Now, the dude who played Dr. Doom and the ones with Jessica Alba, he was fantastic. He was an actor, I forget his name, from Australia, and I thought he was perfect. He's obviously a lot older now, and Robert Downey Jr. really ain't done too much that I can think of outside of the Marvel Universe that really put him on top. He had that movie with Alan from Hangover. That shit was funny. Kobe recommended that movie. But he just had another movie bomb at the box office, Doolittle or Do Something. Was that his version of Dr. Doolittle or whatever? But, you know, his movie's pretty much bomb. I don't know how Sherlock Holmes did. I think he was in that, but Tropical Thunder with the blackface, and people, in hindsight, the woke community came back for him for that. I think he might apologize, but, you know, it was what it was. It was, you know, a lot of people found that movie hilarious. I mean, it's not one of my cult favorites like Superbad or Hangover or nothing like that, but it was. I don't see the big craze about Tropical Thunder. I've never been into it, like Bad Santa. Like, no, it's in that genre. To me, it seemed to be a bit overrated. Like Pineapple Express, that shit was terrible. But nonetheless, I digress. But yeah, I think it's a nice twist. So them to come back and see who Dr. Doom is. He take his mask off, and they like, damn nigga, you Iron Man. No, I'm Dr. Doom, or something like that. So I think the original Dr. Doom and the Fantastic Four, the ones with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, he set a high standard playing, you know, Dr. Doom. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very interesting. Fantastic Four got a great cast. It has the guy Eddie from the Stranger Things. You know, also it has the brother that played the Mandalorian. I forget his name, Paco something. He's a really good actor. I think he might be Reed Richards, and I think Eddie is gonna be Johnny Flame. So yeah, it seems like I already have a star-studded cast, and Robert Downey Jr. put him over the top. So it's gonna be interesting to see him play a role outside of Iron Man and be Dr. Doom. So see his acting chops and be able, and hopefully he can get people to kind of semi-forget that he played Iron Man, because Iron Man was, you know, he was the Iron Man like was Ryan Reynolds is the Deadpool. Just seemed like, you know, a great fit, seamlessly fit. But yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it at all. This whole multiverse thing, it should be dope, in the whole Fantastic Four phase and how they gonna morph that in there, because I think they're gonna get into Molecule Man and all that type of stuff. So it's really like the idea how they want to lay these phases out, and you can see it online. How they gonna introduce the Red Hawk and all them type of stuff, and I don't know how they gonna fuse X-Men in, since they got the rights from Fox 20th Century, but how they're going to introduce them into the multiverse, into the new Marvel universe, like Molecule Man, and then Reed Richards' son is like one of the strongest, the strongest in comic book history, in Marvel history. He's one of the strongest, people there. So like when you start reading about, Molecule Man and all the stuff they going to, and how Doctor Doom, end up kind of getting what he wanted, and him going to battle and all this, like, depending on how they do the storyline, we know they won't stay on point with the comic book, and like where they going with it at, as far as, a different storyline. I think a lot of people like redundancies. They get comfortable, like, especially guys, and you gotta know comic books is a guy thing. Now you have some women that partake in it because that's what their boyfriend or husband like, and they try to just be a part of it. You got a few women that love it, kind of like gaming. But I lost my train of thought for a minute. But it is it's a male dominated space. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, men like a lot of the same things, and that's why some of us tend to fail in our relationships with women, because we're creatures of structure. We like to do the same thing over and over again. When women that add to our life are the spontaneous parts of our lives to get us out of our daily routine. So I think a lot of fans got routine, and they would have been happy to keep seeing the Hulk, the Captain America, Iron Man. When we start talking about, I forget, Reed Richards' son, when we start talking about the Red Hawk, when we start talking about Iron Heart, when you start to add in Captain Marvel, a lot of people, I don't want to see that. And you start, Molecule Man and some of these other villains that they got coming up that people are not accustomed to. I think once people kind of see where they're going with the storyline at, it's going to be phenomenal, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy where they're going at it with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said before, where they going at with this, and I don't know how they gonna fuse the X-Men in. I think they might have a plan for them. Where they going at it with it, it's gonna be epic, and they getting a great cast together. And they just, after the end game, they said they've been slipping. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. The last one was Volume 3. That was a phenomenal movie. I didn't think Ant-Man was bad neither. Loki was good. So it's been a hit that when they first started with the early 2000s and Captain America and all that, but the new people they about to introduce and how they gonna fuse in X-Men and all that, and I think it's gonna be pretty epic, in my opinion. So, but Robert Downey Jr., I like him as Dr. Doom, but the one that originally did it with Jesse Alba and all them in it, he did a fantastic job. So I don't think he's gonna be as good as he was, but if he could be anywhere closer or better than that, then I think it's gonna be pretty well. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, everywhere. Check out the music and entertainment playlist. Peace.